Welcome back to Reds Fusion LFC, your go-to hub for everything Liverpool FC. Massive breaking news today as the Reds push to seal a £70 million move for Hugo Ekitike at lightning speed. Could there still be a dramatic twist in the Luis Diaz saga? A surprise contract claim has shaken things up. Meanwhile, Aston Villa are circling for one of Liverpool's exceptional stars, and we've got updates on 10 Premier League transfers, including Victor Gyökeres and Bryan Mbeumo, and where they stand right now. Don't go anywhere, we're diving straight into it. Liverpool aiming to wrap up £70 million Hugo Ekitike deal in lightning speed as timeframe revealed. Hugo Ekitike looks likely to become a Liverpool player after the Reds turned their full attention towards the Frenchman. Liverpool have been on the hunt for a new striker since the transfer window opened, with Darwin Núñez's form last season not being up to scratch. Indeed, Cody Gakpo and Luis Diaz ended up taking on the number 9 role in the Dutchman's squad last term, with both putting in impressive performances, but there's no hiding from the fact that they'd be better off on the left wing. Sami Mokbel believes Liverpool are looking to make Hugo Ekitike a Liverpool player by the weekend. Over the last few days, it's felt obvious that Ekitike was going to end up as a Liverpool player. Indeed, there were times when fans thought that they might be able to sign their dream target in Alexander Isak, but unfortunately, that wasn't meant to be. This means that Liverpool have now turned towards their second choice in Ekitike. Although terms for a deal haven't been agreed upon yet, a new report from BBC Sport journalist Sami Mokbel has outlined that the Reds are now in advanced talks with the attacker. Multiple sources have shared that Liverpool want the deal to be wrapped up by the weekend, showing how badly the Reds actually want him. Richard Hughes could be a genius. There's no denying that the signing of Isak would have been much more preferable for Liverpool. The attacker has already proven that he's one of the best strikers in the Premier League as he contributed to over 20 goals across all competitions last season. His height, keen eye for goal and even his vision for a pass are all things that add up and make him the perfect top-flight striker. However, the fee that Newcastle were demanding would have been far too much for them to put on the table. But, now that Liverpool could only be spending around £80 million on Ekitike, it could leave them some room to go after another attacker such as Rodrigo. Of course, some sales would have to be made first, but with the way things have gone in the summer transfer window thus far, this could be a rather spectacular season for Slot & Co. Liverpool could still perform dramatic U-turn over Luis Diaz as surprise contract claim made. Liverpool have spent a lot so far this summer and sales will follow soon to balance the books. The Reds seem to always be in the headlines as of late, whether that is because they are linked to a new player or due to another European giant trying to poach one of their stars. Luis Diaz especially is a player on everyone's lips, with the Colombian seemingly wanting out at Anfield as plenty of clubs are interested in his signature. Bayern Munich had a bid rejected by Liverpool and they seem desperate to land the 28-year-old, with the Bundesliga champions set to try again very soon. Barcelona and Al Nassr remain interested too, but the Red stance is that he is not for sale unless the right offer comes in for him, and reports suggest that they could still do something very surprising. Liverpool could still offer Luis Diaz a new contract. Usually at Liverpool, if a player wants to leave they do not stand in their way, although they seem adamant that Diaz is a key part of their plans next season. The Colombian is open to a move and whether he tries to force one is yet to be seen, but Fabrizio Romano has confirmed there is still a chance the Reds offer him a new contract at the club. Let me say, in case Luis Diaz ends up staying at Liverpool, there is a sense they could offer him a new contract, so that could be a possibility so the player would not be sad or disappointed about the situation, Romano said on his YouTube channel. But, at the same time, everything is still an option. Bayern are trying again and Barcelona are calling his agents, and Luis Diaz is open to an exit this summer. The 28-year-old still has 2 years left on his current deal, and despite rumors that he was on a low wage, reports have stated that he is on more than a lot of people think. With the player open to a move, it suggests he is more out than in, and the Reds will likely only sell if a player of similar quality comes onto the market. David Ornstein believes Liverpool already have a Luis Diaz replacement ready. Diaz has been an integral player for Liverpool over the last few years, but especially last season as he had his best goal-scoring campaign in a red shirt to date. Many have been left confused as to why he may want to leave, and most know that the Reds will struggle to replace him, although journalist David Ornstein believes they already have a replacement lined up. Aston Villa in touch with Liverpool over signing their exceptional player. Liverpool will likely be on the lookout for any teams that want to sign their players this summer. The Reds have spent a massive chunk of change during the transfer window, and if they still want to make a couple of moves, some sales will have to be made. Several Liverpool players, such as Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez, have already been linked with Anfield exits as Arne Slot looks to recoup some of the money he spent this summer. Aston Villa are now strong contenders for the transfer of Harvey Elliott. Ever since Harvey Elliott's impressive performances in the under-21 Euros for England, he's been the talk of the town. Several Premier League clubs, such as West Ham United and Wolves, have already shown an interest in the midfielder this summer, but as per a fresh report from Team Talk, Aston Villa are the ones now leading the way. The report outlines that Unai Emery's men have emerged as strong contenders to sign Elliott this summer, with the Villains losing both Marco Asensio and Marcus Rashford at the end of the 2024-25 season. Team Talk also shared that the Villains have now initiated contact with Liverpool to try and get his transfer to Villa Park over the line. Liverpool should wait until the end of the window to decide on Harvey Elliott's future. Now that Florian Wirtz has been brought in from Bayer Leverkusen, it's clear that he won't be played in his preferred position of attacking midfield next season. The Reds now have Wirtz and Dominik Szoboszlai, who can play there, with both being much better players than Elliott. However, the young Englishman has been used on the right wing now and then, with his vision and keen eye for goal among the things that made him one of Jurgen Klopp's favorite players. In fact, it's not only the German who loved him, as several other pundits have also dubbed Elliott as an exceptional player. With this in mind, if both Núñez and Diaz do end up exiting Anfield and Federico Chiesa is used as the Reds' backup striker for a season, there could still be a place in Slot's first-team squad for him. Of course, there's still just under 2 months left of the transfer window, and anything can happen, but to be honest, it doesn't make much sense for Liverpool to sell Elliott just yet, especially if they want to be dominant again next season. From Gyökeres to Mbeumo, 10 Premier League transfers in the works, and where they stand. The summer transfer window is reaching a crucial stage, with Manchester United, Liverpool, Newcastle and Tottenham all involved in some massive deals in the Premier League. With the Club World Cup concluded, the focus is now on pre-season, with teams jetting around the world to build up their fitness. But for supporters, there is still the question of who will be playing for their side in the 2025-26 season. We have seen a few sagas develop over the past few months. We're looking at Viktor Gyökeres, while other stories have emerged more recently. Clubs have until September 1st to complete deals, but managers desperately want them done before the season starts, so the race against the clock is on. Here Mirror Football casts an eye over the most high-profile potential transfers across the Premier League, both sales and acquisitions, and gives you the latest on their progress. Strap yourselves in, here goes.